Morning and evening to you all, wherever you are joining me at this hour. Welcome to Invest Data Training Academy live with Ambrose. 568th edition of Invest Data Training Academy with Ambrose. Yes, I will tell you that the market globally is rattled now, with too much noises here and there. In that face of that noises, I'll tell you that most of the market are looking flat and some are looking down. But I tell you, in these noises, the designing investors in this market are doing the needful by targeting the right sector, by looking at their strategies, and also improving their risk management to stay ahead of the market as the year 2025 gradually winds down. That means you and I in the market who are trading, you are trading Nigeria market, you are trading Africa continent, you are trading US, in the Canada market, anywhere you are, you need to look at what is happening in that environment. That will shape your investment decision. How to trade. When I mean decision, how to trade the market. Is it an up market? Is it a down market? If the markets are trending, that's what I mean by if you have to shape over. Because if you are using a strategy to trade, an up market and the market is that is trending, you won't make anything from it. That means it is the character of the market or the face of the market or direction of the market to determine what you should do at any given time as a trader or investor anytime, any day in the market. Yes, we'll start from Asia market as usual in this class. Want to look at what is happening in Asia market. I'll tell you that as we speak now, at this midweek, I see that most of the market in Asia, they all are pulled back as we speak. They are looking at startward at this midweek. Amidst what? Amidst concern or cautious over what? Over Fed decision, that is coming out later in the day on rate cut or the growing concern. Also, they continue the deflation we are seeing in China. These are weighed on Asia market. Not only that, we see that also in Japan. We see that Japan also was seeing a sticky world, very sticky inflation here and there. That also are weighed down on the Japan market. As we speak in that region, the only market that is looking up is what is only the market in India. And even when one of the biggest airline or in India is also posting about 8% down, but because of what operational crisis in that market also. But as we speak, that is the only market that is in green right now, in Asia market. Coupled with also see that also that region shares also witnessing pressure on geopolitical tension between China and the within China and Japan, especially after the US criticized Beijing over aiming the radar of Japanese military trading aircraft during training. Last when I mean training exercising last week. That has also put that region the only market that is looking up there. I can tell you is just only India market as we speak. With also all eyes on what is happening in US market. Whenever you see that Wall Street is also looking down, it has the Wall Street looking down what on other market. But we saw that this morning, Asia market is also looking down because this pullback has prepared to not being a concern or cautious waiting for what to see the outcome of Fed meeting after the meeting have started yesterday. Today they were hearing on the chairman and also all eyes of who also taking over from the current chairman of Fed, who is the new one coming, is going to play the bill of the government or is going to regulate the economy because anywhere in the world, central banks stand neutral, whether you are a politician or they are not partisan in politics, they want to do the work of what? Regulating price, stability, and at the same time creating employment for the people so that they can oil the economy. That is why you see MPC meeting coming twice in a month just to see what is happening in the economy, to put the economy in the right perspective. That is why you must pay attention to all these policy meetings because they are the ones that give tune to the economy. That is why these economic events are very, very important that everyone that want to make money in the market should also pay attention to because if you really want to make money in this market, you must look at what is coming out from this meeting. That is why every market are looking forward to see the outcome of the meeting today. Yes, if you move to Asia, to Europe market as we speak is flat. As all eyes are at the Fed meeting decision they're going to take. That's why she consider Europe as we speak now is flat. Even when also we're seeing that in that zone we're seeing a lot of corporate earnings that most of the companies in there have beat expectation. Looking at the statistics were released from that market, but as we pay at this hour, I'll tell that because of also the political environment, statement about Trump, concerning European leaders. I can see that all are also win on that region. But I'll tell you that European market now to speak is also flat as we speak right away. And all eyes are on what are they going to manage. The criticism they are getting from Trump as also not aiding or not supporting also Ukraine. If you look at commodity market as we speak, commodity market on shortage of of U.S. Crude inventory at the same time the Ukraine peace deal with Russia has been pushed. All these are also impacted the crude oil price rebounding today as of this hour after we have seen pullbacks. We have seen today that the oil price has edged up on these reasons because of shortage of U.S. Inventory, food inventory, at the same time the PSG and all these actors are also playing in that market as to speak. But I believe that investors in all this should know where they are playing because it's very very important that after seeing what is happening, you must know the direction you are taking. If you look at also what is happening in US market is the worst of it. I'll say that yes, because investors are kind of agitating or very concerned what the outcome of their Fed meeting will be today because they've seen that most of the investors or analysts are looking at the tech industry as overvalued, and that has been a concern for many players. Then also at outcome of Fed meeting also will be what will be playing out in that that market also as investors or traders in that market are all looking at to see what the Fed decision will be. And at the same time also, don't forget that yes, the trade tariff or the trade war between China and the US are also still there where they've not seen a direction, they've not concluded on the rest, but the year is gradually winding down. And all these are what investors are pointing out, looking at the political tension that also are looking away. We are seeing recently in seeing what is happening between Chinese and China and Japan. We know what is happening in the Middle East. Ukraine and Russia are still there battling peace front and back. All these are also playing over the global market and economy. How will investors navigate all this is why that if you want to boost your your trading your trading return or your strategy, you need to change your strategy. You need to realign your portfolio. You need to improve on things that will help you also to stay ahead of the market. It's very very important. They're looking away from what is happening in US and the other mature market. Let's go to African market. Look at the Sahara Africa. You can see yes that our market here are still Africa are still struggling also to end the year on the green that they sustain most of them from the beginning, and I see that most of the African market are still in green, and also going to most of them are already returning above 20%, some above 30% in this region. But good news for African market, it shows that emerging market is also not striving in the year has thrived also far in the year 2020, 2025. But see most of the as we speak, Nigerian market is also NGX is slightly in green. You can see that if you look at the chart that is being displayed, you can see formation of are you seeing a cup and handle, or are you seeing a breakout that is called fake out? You can see if you look at the chart, you can see where the market after market have lost almost 5%. The market have not recovered from that one day loss as we speak. Even I traded for almost more than a week or more than 2 weeks, now to 3 weeks. You can see they have not taken out that one day recover pullback. It has not recovered from it. You can see as a struggle. But we must say that once market can break out this also and break out this one here, but really we see market try to break out the first one here, resistance level here. We can see after breakout the next day we see a pullback on a good volume, but we can see that market trying to resist. If market can come back here and continue up, that will be a good one and break out at this, especially as we are entering the Santa Claus zone. Santa Claus rally zone will happen this year in Nigeria after we have seen 3 to 7 months rally. Is the market changing? What are you changing your strategy? And that is why we're discussing on the simple ways to boost your trading returns on NGS as the year 2025 winds down. Yes, you must change your strategy. You must prepare to close this year in green. Yes, we have made profit, but as we are crossing over to 2025, 2026, you need to prepare your portfolio. You need to rearrange. You need to also ask yourself a question: where are you standing? It's very, very important. But before we go to the topic for today, NGS as we speak now, like I said, No, it's trading within range of 146,906 to 0.84, no, to 147,000 and 147,116.42. That means the market is trading live at what at 147,116.86, representing about 179.65 basic point, which is also 0.12%. This is the state of the market right now. And that's why you see that the market is relatively flat at this hour. You can see it here, but we're seeing that it's still in green, but the volume is relatively small at this moment. Yes, we're already at the midday, we have afternoon session that is coming, and also let's say how the market is going to close at the end of the day. But looking at the market formation at this hour, it should tell you where the market is going from here, and that is why you must pay attention to what the market is doing right away. Before we go into looking at the topic for today, looking at also the gainers are to speak. Now, looking at the gainers chart is very, very important. Look at the top losers, look at the top gainers. Yes, we are seeing that the low cap stocks are dominating, the top gainers right now. If not so the losers, we are seeing the life of Japan, leading in that regard right away now. And other small cap stocks also in that space. But we are seeing also GTP also coming back to almost 93 point something naira right away. And also, if you look at the other side, you see that access is still on the user side, marginally trading at 2050. These are what is happening right away in the market, because you need to understand where is the market heading to and what is happening in the market. That will give you an insight to know exactly what the market is doing. UPDs is also rebounding among the top gainers. We're seeing also, like I said, Zenith Banks also back there around the 64.90. We're seeing the custodian also in that look. On the loser side, we're seeing Suna Assurance also seeing First Holding Company, the Access Bank as I mentioned earlier. CWG just like to around 1840. Also, UCAP is trading around the 17 naira. This is the update as the market update as we speak now. But quickly we want to go back to our topic for today. Yes, I said that the year is gradually winding down. And what is your strategy to boost your returns? And I said simple strategy to do it. Just very simple that you need to do all this. One is that you must first of all balance your portfolio. You have to start with that one. And follow by what? You have to raise the bar in your risk management. Another one is that you must focus on your trading strategy. You can see simple thing. I say one strategic version of your portfolio. You have seen how the year has run to this point, and also you have seen your portfolio, what's happening, and you want to boost your return. You have seen the number that are for many companies, the sectors, although the government policy so far you have seen, even when there's no clarity in some government direction. But see, like I say, there's a lot of noises both in Africa, international market, but in all this, as an investor, you need to make a decision on where you can make money and how you can put your portfolio in green. Because what matters is that your portfolio position is really what matters to you. Yes, with all the noise here, but we're looking at what are you making money or you are losing money in the market. This should be your main control. Like I said, the first thing you have to do a strategic the position of your portfolio. It's very, very important. The next one is also you have to take your bar, your risk management on bar up. How do you manage this now? I told you that one of all is that you must, since you are seeing the market direction, it's a recovery market. You can see even the formation of the cup and handle. We're seeing already in the so the market is going somewhere. How far will the market go? It's where you are looking at, and also as the year is coming to an end, what are those economic activities, events that also impact the market positively as we speak? These are the things that your portfolio reshuffling is very, very key. I say strategic, not just the portfolio. You know the sectors, you know the leaders, you know defensive stocks, you know also the government policy direction is going, and also you know the sentiment of people. Like I said, you must do all this with not just looking at the sector, you must look at where this money is flowing. We saw the what happened at the last MPC meeting where rates also were retained at that 27%. Then what are you thinking that will it going to be adjusted rate in the coming first MPC meeting? Yes, it's an economy where we're having a very enlarged budget for 2026. And also we're seeing the election year liquidity level. We're going to see rate cut, going to that year. Yes, also we are seeing that also already some fixed income market instruments are already trying to threaten because of what we are seeing yield coming up for almost look at the return for almost 17% for 364 days in Treasury B. Even as today is also another one. I will also see the rate that until we see the outcome whether it's going to decline. But I'll tell you this attitude also to trade. That's why you need to to reposition your portfolio, you need to also look at where you can make money. And that is why I said one first thing you do is to you have to reposition your portfolio, strategically, where are you heading to from where you are standing. It's very, very important. Once you're able to mark and understand where you are going from here, because we have seen the direction of the market, you need to also where my portfolio should be and how I can also retain what I've earned for 2025 and want to boost it also as I'm crossing over. These are the things that matter so much to you as a trader or investor. You must pay attention to all these at this moment or at this hour. And that's why I said the local stocks are dominating. Which one are the growth stocks that you see that yes, they can double in their growth? When I mean growth, you can see their earnings, the sector where they are, what is happening. You can see also the new tax system, which are the companies going to benefit from that tax system. These are the things also you also be looking at as a trader or investor in this market. You must be positioned to look at where is the money flowing for, because that's the story behind the movement. You need to understand the money where it's going to, not just because it's a good fundamental stock. Are you know something happening there? Because if you do your strategic sector portfolio, you need to understand that you have to compare your analysis using your work, your technical, your fundamental, and even your sentiment report. All this will help you to know what is behind the price or what will trigger movement in this time and what are you expecting. Because at this time, look at good companies are also have good dividends, good dividend policy because you are doing strategic positioning ahead of the year end. Because most of the companies that had December year end release their audited account in January. How are you positioning? That's why you must pay attention for how to know to do this thing effectively and efficiently to stay ahead of this market. It's very, very important for every trader or investor in the market. Yes, as well on what you need to know what in terms of strategic portfolio reshuffling is very, very important for you and I. Pay attention to it because it's very, very important at this moment. Because as the year is winding down, you need to position because you know that at the year and now we're going to see another January effect coming because in Nigeria market we have seen that December and the January are the most you can predict that yes market will close in green or red easily, but we have seen that all the data we have seen show that January is a month that will it continue in January 2026. Are we there to see because as the numbers are coming, that's why I say strategic position of portfolio. Combining your technical, your fundamental is very, very important. Another one is what is your risk management. Risk management. You have to expand your knowledge of risk management. And this point, there's people that technical is for you to know the right price to buy. But the matter can be what you do to have your watch list. But now that you want to manage risk, the one you need active to manage risk is for technical analysis because it will help you to know where is the trend on the market, what is the sentiment of the market, what is the candlestick formation is telling. Because I tell you that every candle you are seeing in any market, in any chart, whether you are trading on histogram, whether you are trading FS, you are trading cryptocurrency, you are trading commodity, you need to understand what the candle is talking. And if you understand that, it also helps you to manage your risk. You must up your game, raise the bar for your risk management so that you're able to know. But some people that will hold stock, they'll buy stock, they don't want to sell it, it will move and come back. No, you must know exactly when to exit because in your trading plan, you have set your entry price and your exit price. As you execute it, it makes your trading work more effective and efficient. That is why after you have done your the next one is how to manage the risk. Yes, look at also the market risk is there, the risk is there. Are you taking it really like you are buying to a stock that if you want to sell, nobody want to buy? No, don't tell me. Yes, you know that the market is associated with risk, but when you take calculated risk, you also make money. That is market risk. You must pastor all these things. How you can navigate between the market risk, the equity risk in the market, and also policy risk. Because you can see that any policy can come anytime, any day, and affect it and the sector, even the economy as general. That's why you can see that even with the CTG capital gain tax as we speak now, market is not clear of it. The economic managers have not come out to clear that. That's also part of what you must factor that. You say a lot of noise in the market, but you must know where you are picking your tent as we speak now. You see that you must up your kind of up your game in terms of risk management is very, very important. But trading strategy, like I told you, you need three things to boost your return. One, strategic position of your portfolio, which I've explained. The another one is what open your game, kind of taking the bar of your risk management. Also bring discipline your risk management. Let me put it that way. You have to follow it. Then another one is what your trading strategy. What are you focusing on? Your trading strategy has to combine, like I said earlier, also fundamental and technical analysis. Yeah, what are you focusing? Because we have seen your strategy so far from the beginning of the year to this hour. You see where you have done well, which strategy that work effectively for you. At this time of the year, what do you want to kind of review those strategies that work for you? The one that the one that you see, have improved. Then you have to focus on it, improve it to earn more. Yes, so that you're able to know the trend of the market that you go against the trend. When I mean trend, that general direction of the market determine where the market is flowing. Your strategy must not be against that flow of the market because market has a flow. Follow it. And also that's why I said no, liquidity is key because you want to find out where is the money entering. These are part of strategy that you want to know. You don't want to be using the lacking indicators. You want to use the leading indicators. And I'll tell you in the market, what lead the market is liquidity. You must follow the money. Follow the money. Where is the flow of this money? Follow the money. Once you follow the money, you know where the money is entering. Institutional investor, when they are in the top, you will know. That means your strategy will have to be reviewed so that you can know exactly where to put your tent at the right time and also where not to be in the market. Once you're able to balance this, it will help you also to make what informed investment decision. You can see that the three ways you can put your trading on the NGX right at the end right now is one. As you are seem to expect to see any season, which is the peak in the 2026, and then you have to reposition your portfolio, align it to what to do dividend paying stock, the kind of defensive stocks, those stocks that are consistent in their payment, and also you have seen the result, you have seen the earning, government policy, also they are you have to identify what is the reality on ground. Yes, we might say that we're having a negative expectation or people are thinking fear of the CDD, but I think that is it provide an opportunity for you to buy low? Okay, which are the companies that also will be relevant in that scheme? What how you to implement? Oh, okay, government say they are kind of computer set up to implement and they say they want to do water conservation. Are they going to remove? Are they going to reduce it to 5 to 10? Are they going to suspend for now? What area are they doing? Okay, we expect to see that activity in 2026 will be high. How are you preparing for that in 2026? No, we expect listing. Are you preparing for those listings? Is there liquidity on the ground? How do you going to affect the market? That's why I say you must realign your portfolio to what your goal is for 2026. And at the same time, I just wonder how can I make sure that my earnings, my returns are boosted at this period. Why? Because dividend is also a form of return. Capital return is a form of return. There no bonus for script or script issue or bonus issue are also part of return. How are we going to position for them? That's why I say strategic vision of your portfolio is very, very, very important. Discipline your risk management or up your gain your risk management and also refocusing on your strategy. Your trade strategy is the time for you to assess where you want which one you want to drop because here you can see the one that helped you here. Yes, we are entering another market, we are seeing another phase of the market. As I say, it is the market situation that also helps you to know the strategy because the strategy that you apply when the market is on a downtrend, it's not for when the market is an uptrend, or when the market is oscillating or market is just side trending. That means you must know the strategy that will have to work in any market condition so that you can stay ahead of the market. Yes, I will stop for that. Let's go back to see what is happening in the market. Yes, let's look at the top gainers and look at the chart of these companies that also we're seeing that the top gainers as we speak. Quick one, I mentioned Japan at the beginning that today I know market really also because it's a live chart live market we're trading. As we speak now, I see that the prestige has taken over from Japan. We're seeing UPDC prestige topping with about 9.04%, followed by UPDC 9.38%. We're seeing also Japan about 7.8%, and also Nimet, Wapik, and Tantalizer. These are also the top gainers. Also, if you look at the top losers right now, you can also say, like I said, Suno Assurance, also I see the NSL Tech, also I see Ella Lake, Access Corp, and also down communication. These are also the top losers as we speak about. You can see that the gaining strength is more and market is marginally in green. But look at also let's look at the chart of this market now. Quickly, let's call up our indicator to look at the market itself. To look at the market itself before we look at the 2 or 3 of these stocks that we got on the top losers and the top gainers. The one time parameters, but let's quickly look at what the market will call up our T line, which also you know that our T line, let's take up money flow at the same time we call our MACD, our momentum indicator. Let's look at it. Let's call our MACD up here. Let's call our MACD up here 5. Yes, let's change our T line to our normal here in best data. So 8 days moving average exponential. Yes, you can see as you speak now, if you look at on the day chart, you can see that the market, you can see that market have crossed the T line, which is the good news. You can see it above the green line, you can see it from here. But you want to see that market is flat right now. As after forming like a cup and handle nice what is forming. We want to look at the the volume. You can see that the volume is also looking good. Net volume for today is also fine. But let's concentrate on only just the three. You can see volume here. You can see money flow. You can see MACD. If you look at your MACD is already positive. We're having on a daily chart. We're having a bullish MACD. Your money flow is flat, reading almost almost heading to 50 to cross, and money flow is looking flat right now. And my histogram, sorry, our T line has showed that market is strong, because whenever you see the market or a stock above the T line, it's strong market below it. And now that the T line is having as what as a support level, but when T line becomes resistant, as you can see here, that's a weak market. You can see it here. For me, let's look at the 1 hour chart, because it's very, very important. Time frame is also key when charting. Also, if you look at also on your 1 hour chart, you can see that the market is trading flat on the T line, looking down. Money flow is also for this hour, can see looking sharply down to read at 52, and MACD is also looking bearish on the 1 hour chart. But finally, let's look at 2 hour chart before we go to those stocks that are still on the top gainers. Yes, if you look at the 2 hour chart, the market is relatively strong above it, but money flow is looking down to read at 64. Our MACD is also, we can see that time frame also help you to read the market and know what the market is also doing. Finally, you can see quickly, we look at the 4 hour chart. 4 hour chart is also not looking bad. 4 hour telling that money flow is about 48, and MACD is bullish. You can see it here. MACD is bullish. You can see where it goes after it has ascended across. You can see it here. Fine, and money flow is looking up. And you can see that it's also looking up. Well, yes, quickly look at what is happening in Prestige. We'll see that the buying interest in the insurance sector right away. What are we doing with that? In this market, what are the benefits that investors are getting from this? Buying interest in the insurance company as we speak now. Is it the time to go all out for insurance stocks? You need to ask yourself. Is it the time for you to position fully on this stock? Let's take it as we speak now. Let's see what is happening in those. Let's look at the Prestige here. See this insurance stock. You can see that on 4 hour start, you can see that the stock is looking down, but we are seeing a sign of a band here. You can see that here almost flat at this point. You can see the money flow trying to look up, and MACD is also trying to, after that coming, I can see that MACD is giving a sign on a 4 hour start. But if you look at the 1 hour chart for the stock, you can see 1 hour chart that saying that yes, even when it pull back, try to come back, it has not taken out this bearish candlestick here. You can see money flow trying to look up, and MACD also trying to look up here again. It's a sign that you are seeing buying interest in that stock right now as we speak. Even as you go to a day chart, you can see the chart, you can see that the green one is trying to take away the bearish situation yesterday, but they are still more the same back to what 163. It crossed to it, and also this also resistance level here will give us a new lead for the stock. But yes, we are seeing money for looking up a little on a day chart to read the 60.41, and MACD chart also to look up again. That is for what? That is for Prestige Assurance. But quickly look at the UPDC. What is UPDC doing right now? Let's look at UPDC. UPDC, this is stock also. I see that what is happening in the economy today should be a plus for it. You can see that UPDC chart here is saying that the stock that have gone to as high as today, not almost 512 or 518, was analyzed 505 right now. You can see that volume is relatively high before now, but the top is trending, and you are seeing volume up that is sending. And also this is strong support level. You are seeing around 149, also 48 or to 49 to 45 the strong support level. You can also look at from here. You can see that it's tested it and bound. That means the upside potential for this stock. Keep your eyes on it. You can also see that the money flow trying to look up, and look at what MACD has given you on the daily chart. You can see, and you look at the histogram here, the way it's going, also more turning bullish. Also pay attention to that stock. You need to also watch it very carefully. Even as try to resist decline, we go on a 1 hour chart. That is for what for man. That is for UPDC. Finally, let's look at what is happening Access Corp. And among the decliners right away. Let's see what is happening Access Corp. Like what the chart Access Corp telling us right now as we speak. We need to see what is it telling us Access Corp chart. What is it telling us as we speak now. You need to communicate with us. Let's see what the chart is saying. So yes, you can see the chart on a 1 hour. You can see that the stock is kind of a look at the strong support level for Access Bank. around this period, you're waiting for a trigger. Is it coming to come from the earnings? Coming to come from the dividend? You're able to see what is the time for accumulation. To look at here, there's always the consolidation I'm doing here and here. All this one can see this point. Also pay attention to here. Here, money flow is still very, very low, below 20. Fund is not entering the stock. You can see the way the assets is looking, even in the chart. Tell you that assets waiting for something, a trigger. You know, when will it come? Is it coming from the what they're going to announce? Is it from their full year results? All these are what market are looking forward to see as what as the market, you know, as the weeks runs, and also as the market continues to work the afternoon when market will close around 2:30. But at this time, I will say thank you. I say thank you for your time, and also you know, for you to thank those that participated in the world in the last Invest 2026 know, summit that was held on over the weekend. I really want to appreciate you all for your time. And also, so on Friday is the last session for Invest Data Trading Academy on this platform. We'll be resuming back also on the January 13th. We're closing everything, both our this section by this week. Then by Friday will be the last day for this for this online presentation or online class. Then we'll now resume back from January 2026. Like, I want to appreciate you all for being there, especially those that are through this platform that attended the Invest 2026. I want to appreciate you from Canada, from Australia. We saw you in the class. I really appreciate you, both Nigerians and non-Nigerians that are in this market. We say thank you all for being there for us this year. I know we'll be talking about next week, Friday. Sorry, by Friday, we're looking at how to review the market ahead of end of the year. Let's look at what we have achieved. That's why today's topic is for how can you retain what you have earned? How can you also boost your earning for your returns? We'll be discussing how to round up the year by next Friday in this platform. I'll say thank you and see you on Friday. Bye.